Hello, and welcome to the 12th episode of the Real Serious Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Hunter, along with Charles. Good afternoon,
Good
Charlie. How are
afternoon.
you?
It feels weird that I don't have a coffee. I feel like I'm always sipping on a coffee during these, you know?
Yeah,
So it kind of
yeah.
feels weird that I don't have something to sip on. Maybe I'll just like drink my water. But yeah, good afternoon. Happy Easter to
Hey,
all those that
happy
celebrate.
Easter.
Yeah.
Yes. Are
Pretty
you a big Easter guy? You a big fan of Easter?
I is anyone like a not a very big fan? I feel like Easter's just like a very happy time. Like it's starting to become spring. Like even if you don't celebrate,
Yeah.
it's a
I think it's
Sunday.
hard to not like Easter.
Yeah, Good Friday's a national holiday, so I'm pretty sure everyone has work off too. Um,
Oh, sweet.
at least the banks are closed. But yeah, I mean, it's like the tide of the winter turns to spring. Everyone's happy. Jesus has risen. That's huge. So,
Who's back of the week?
Jesus.
Um,
But yeah, I was raised Catholic, so we celebrate it.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm a big Easter fan. I think I always watch the Ten Commandments on Easter, so I woke up early and watched that this morning. Still so good.
Nice. The Ten
Yeah, like
Commandments.
I
Yeah,
mean,
whoever wrote those, they knew what they were doing.
yeah, like they don't make movies like that, like the epic. I mean, there's some shots in there with like 5 to 1,000 extras. Like it's just like it looks so sweet, and also everyone's like just kind of like jacked, but like old school jacked because it's from the 50s. So pretty sweet.
But yeah. Oh, quick
But yeah,
question. Have you seen
yeah, yeah.
Holiday Inn?
Holiday Inn.
Yeah, Christmas movie.
I don't think so.
Okay, I was trying to remember
What's
if
that?
Fred Astaire was in that. I'm pretty sure he is.
Holiday
We talked
Inn
about that at brunch today. We were talking about Fred
from
Astaire, and I was
1942.
yeah, it's an old one.
They're making a Fred Astaire movie,
Oh, like a
like a biopic
oh, that's pretty sweet.
with Mr. Tom Holland.
Oh, interesting.
I know, pretty sweet.
Huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were talking about older movies, and Fred Astaire came up, and I couldn't remember if he was the one that was in Holiday Inn, but not very relevant. Just was wondering.
Hey, hey. No, everything's relevant. Don't
Sure.
worry.
Okay, you're so right.
What you been watching this week? Because I've watched a lot of random stuff this week.
I mean, we'll talk about a couple of the things that I saw.
Yeah, we watched some similar stuff.
Yeah, we did. I think
I mean, I can go first, real fast.
sure.
Um, I watched a week ago. I watched Blade Runner, which I think I didn't talk about. Incredible. It's just so good still. I watched Kindergarten Cop, 3.5 stars, so fun. I watched Alien. I was on kind of an old school kick there for a minute. I watched A Spider Within, the Spider Verse story, which we'll talk about later. I also watched Seven, which we both watched together.
Hmm.
I watched the Muppet movie, still just phenomenal. Like it's
Yeah,
just incredible. Godzilla,
ahead of
Kong, New
its
Empire,
time.
kind of it's timeless also.
Yeah,
And then you and I watched the first two of the Planet of the Apes new trilogy, which we have to finish that. I think
yeah,
maybe
we
we
did.
could do that maybe later or something. I watched Argo, and then finally today, the Ten Commandments. Kind of killing it.
Nice. I watched the new Ghostbusters movie, Frozen Empire. I watched The Spider Within, and then everything else that you just named, I watched it. Well, except for one. Seven, watched that. 4.5 stars. You gave it five, I think. Um,
Yep.
the first two Planet of the Apes movies gave 3.5 and four to Godzilla versus Kong. Talk about that later. Or no, Godzilla and Kong we'll talk about later. I also watched Godzilla versus Kong,
Yeah.
2021
Yeah.
release, and I gave that 2 stars. So,
Sounds like you hate fun, but
I'm trying to
whatever.
be a little more selective with my letterbox. I feel like
No,
I
hey,
I
you do
did a
you.
review, and I feel like I've gotten to the point where I've gotten past all those old nostalgic movies for me that like kind of inflated all the ratings, because of nostalgia.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I'm trying to be a little more selective. Um, so yeah, that's why I gave it
Hey,
two stars because
understandable.
objectively, kind of a stinky movie, but I equate it to Pacific Rim.
Okay.
Like it's just fighting, and the plot is kind of like not why you watch it, and you're not really interested in the plot. You just want to see the fighting.
That's fair.
So
That then ties to what we're going to talk about probably later with Godzilla X Kong, but we'll get there when we
yeah,
get there. Quite a bit of news this week. We
Per
had
usual.
yeah, we had two pieces of news that got debunked before we even got to record. One being that Boyd Holbrook would be playing Two-Face in the upcoming Batman 2. That then got kind of rejected, so that's not happening, which I thought was pretty good casting. And the other one was that apparently there's going to be a Sydney Sweeney Johnny Depp movie. And then the next day, Sydney Sweeney was like, "That's a weird rumor. That's not true." So she debunked that. So yeah, right off the bat, two that are no longer news. So
All
we'll get
right.
those off. Yeah. So with no thoughts for those because not real. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 2 or Mission Impossible 8 is currently filming. There was a great scene of Tom Cruise running right in front of the Parliament in London, and they just cast Katie O'Brien, Katie O'Brien, to the film, who I just watched and talked about in Love Lies Bleeding. She's like the bodybuilder, but if you watched Andor, she's in Andor. I think she's in Andor. She
I
might be in
actually didn't
Mando
see
season 3.
Andor. Is she in The Mandalorian? Or
Yes, no, it's actually Mando she's in.
okay,
Sorry,
then yeah, I know who you're talking about. That's kind of
I
who I
thought it
thought you
was.
were talking about last week.
Yes, I thought it
Um,
was.
I never confirmed that, but okay. Yeah, she
Yeah,
is
she's
jacked.
like the
She's pretty strong.
dude. She actually looks small now in Mando compared to what she looks like now. She's so jacked now.
She was big and like she was strong in Mando.
She was so much bigger in Love Lies Bleeding.
Wow, respect.
So Tom Cruise is just collecting women across cinematic universes to bring it to his Mission Impossible, which honestly, respect. Gotta do what you gotta do. One thing we've talked about from like the first ever pod is this new Jurassic Park they're making for some reason. Well, Scarlett Johansson is officially in talks to lead this
Oh,
new Gareth Edwards Jurassic Park,
well, we like her.
and now I'm more excited for it.
We do like her.
We
And I feel
do.
like she wouldn't do something that's gonna be like a shitty movie, you know?
That's
I
what I'm
feel like she'd
saying.
have kind of a good vision.
Yeah, like I feel
So
like she
there's
wouldn't
hope.
jump into another franchise if it's not going to be decent.
Yeah. Also, you know
So
what
I
that
guess there's hope.
means? We might get
Was
some
that
Scarlett Johansson Jurassic Park Lego figs.
hold the phone?
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now we're cooking. Now we are
Uh-huh.
cooking. But I don't. There's something about this movie that I kind of think would is going to be better than the last ones. Because like I like Jurassic World, but the other two are kind of just whatever. But like I really like Gareth Edwards and ScarJo. Kind of sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I hope they go scary. I think we talked about it, but scary is the way to go with this.
Like horror?
Um,
Would you say Jurassic Park was scary?
I would say the first Jurassic Park had horror elements, and it was at least kind of scary. Like
I
in
would
the
agree
kitchen,
actually. I watched
yeah,
that
like
kind
in
of
the kitchen with the
recently and
Velociraptors.
yeah, and like when she goes to the like the outhouse kind of thing with all the electrical stuff.
Yeah, the T-Rex.
No,
Was-
not the T-Rex, it was a Velociraptor. Remember like
Oh,
the guy's
yeah,
like, "Don't worry. We're already being tracked, but
clever
I got
girl.
him."
Yeah, clever girl, and then gets got. That
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty sweet. Euphoria. You Euphoria head? I've watched the first two seasons.
I've seen a couple episodes, not for me.
Okay. Well, anyway, it was supposed to start filming this year. It has now been delayed indefinitely because HBO is not happy with the product, and so all the actors were basically told, "Go find other work."
Jesus. How
I
are
just
they
think it's
acknowledging the passing of that one actor? Do we know?
that we don't know yet, but
Okay.
it's apparently supposed to be a big time jump to have them be like adults for the third season. I just think this is never going to happen.
That's odd from what I know about Euphoria. I feel like that's very odd. Like that's not really the point, them as an adult as adults.
Well, I mean, they all are now though. Like they were like already in their 20s in the first season, but now like they're going to be almost in their 30s by the time this finally comes out.
And they're playing like teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just think it's never going to come out, if I'm being honest.
I mean, they
I don't
could
think it
quit while
ever.
they're ahead.
Yeah, you had two good seasons of a show. Your actors are now so famous. Like these people are in everything.
Hmm.
The only person who's like not in everything is like the one Maddie girl from the show. But
Mm.
that sucks for her,
I
I
feel like
guess.
Hunter Schafer's not in that much either. She's in that
We just we just saw her in Hunger Games.
Oh, that was her?
Yeah, she was Tigress.
Tigress? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
I
take
also
that
think
back.
she's more modeling than
Hmm. Well, she's also in
like
Kinds of
actual.
Kindness.
She is, which we're about to talk about a
Yeah.
little later.
Okay, then I
And
take
she's
that
got a
back.
new movie called Cuckoo coming out later this year.
Then I take it back.
So yeah,
I take it
you want
back.
to take that one back?
I
You want to
take
take
it
that one
back.
back?
I take it
You can't.
back.
You can't take it back.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, the only one who's not really anything is Alexa Demi, who is.
wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why also. Yeah, she only has one thing coming up, and it's Euphoria. She literally has nothing else coming up. Dang,
Damn.
that
So
stinks.
when they said go find more work, they were pretty much
They were just talking
saying
to
it
her.
only to her.
Yeah, yikes. Well, another rumor is that this delay means that Zendaya will be returning for Spider-Man 4. So there's a lot of Spider-Man 4 stuff. Let's just talk about it all. The number one thing is Zendaya returning, which we've talked about. No, keep her away from her movie. But the other
We have
thing is
not
that
talked about that.
I thought we talked about this. How
I
we
don't
don't
think
want
so.
Zendaya back. So wait, do you want Zendaya back for number 4?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it.
But that ruins the end of 3.
Well, no, it doesn't. Like
Yeah, it
he'll have
does.
to get to know her again, but it doesn't ruin the end of three.
I think it
Oh,
kind of
well,
ruins.
yeah, okay. I see where you're
Because the whole
coming
point is
from.
like let her have a life outside of him. And now it's like, hey, we're
Okay, but
back.
doesn't he say I'll find you?
Yeah, but then he sees her and he's like, Spider-Man ruins these things. So he realizes like he has to take up that responsibility, making him Spider-Man,
Yeah, okay. I still think they should end
and
up
then bringing
together,
Gwen
but
Stacy. We should bring in Gwen Stacy.
played by.
And no.
We talked about that.
Oh, we did the one, but she's Supergirl now.
No, she's not.
So that was my choice was the
My
Supergirl actress.
choice was the girl from Riverdale. I forget her name.
Oh, boo! Don't like that choice.
Okay. Okay,
She's not a
cool.
good actress.
I think she's a fine actress.
Eh,
Okay.
eh. Sorry, man.
No,
Hey, hey, maybe it's possible.
I mean, it is
Maybe it'll
possible.
happen. Um, but now the rumor is that Justin Lin is going to be directing Spider-Man 4. Not official, but I, I'm a little worried about this because the other thing is that they're saying, oh, it's going to start filming like in November. How are you saying it's going to film in November if you don't have a script and you don't have a director attached? And also, Tom Holland hasn't even said he's coming back, which like he definitely is, but like he hasn't said it. So like, how is that? I'm worried about this. This gets me very worried.
Well, need be, they can delay it. I don't think Marvel is going to like risk sending out something that's not complete, especially if it's Spider-Man,
Yeah, but I'm just
because they're
worried because
already
like
kind
the
of in hot
only thing
water.
that's working for them is Spider-Man.
Well, Guardians worked.
Yeah, but then besides that, like if Deadpool is even just mildly received, they're going to fast track that Spider-Man movie as fast as possible.
Yeah, maybe.
They just because they'll need a hit.
I think people are gonna dig the Deadpool movie though.
I hope so. But I feel like you've definitely seen the Jeremy Lin movie or Justin Lin. He's Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, Fast Five, which is the best Fast and Furious, Fast and Furious 6, Star Trek Beyond. He did F9, which sucked, but also that was kind of a COVID movie, so I'll give him some leeway on that. And then Fast X, she kind of directed, but not really.
Well, considering that I haven't seen any Fast and Furious movies, no, I have
Wow.
not seen any of his
They're
work.
so awesome. They're so awesome. They're like the best, but they're also awful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really worried about this. Like, it's going to be basically 5 years, most likely, before we see Spider-Man from the last movie. I feel like a lot's going to have happened to him. Like, he should be older now. Like, I think at the last one he's supposed to be
Yeah.
18 when it ends, so he should be like 23, 24.
It'd be kind of weird if they just like continued it and nothing has happened.
yeah, like no time has passed.
It'd be a
Like
little
have
weird.
him, yeah, have him be Spider-Man, like doing stuff. Like have him be working with Daredevil. Like have him be on his own. Like have him be kind of like a recluse, where like he doesn't really have many other friends out, and people like want to be, but he's too worried to get close to people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I as much as I love Spider-Man, and I love Tom Holland Spider-Man, it's just missing a lot of what made the Raimi movie so special, what makes other stuff so special. I'm just worried about it.
Yeah.
So, oh well. Well, anyway, talking about another famous young actor, um, Timothy Chalamet has been filming A Complete Unknown, the Bob Dylan movie. He looks just like Bob Dylan. It is crazy.
I don't. Let me look up what Bob Dylan looks like.
Like some of these set photos, it's like, my God, like he looks just like it.
Oh wow, he
But
actually kind of does.
yeah, right. But the reason I wanted to bring this up is because James Mangold is the one directing, which, you know, pretty cool. But the thing that I don't know seems like weird about it is that after Indiana Jones, it gets me a little nervous for this. But I think it goes from this movie to then his Star Wars movie. So we'll see if this is like a slight turnaround for him as a director. Because his other movies are incredible, like Logan, Ford v Ferrari. I even like the Wolverine, but like Night and Day, 310 to Yuma.
Yeah, I did
So
not like the Wolverine. So
I like the first. I like all the Wolverine minus the last 30 minutes. That's
okay.
pretty good.
So you didn't like the climax,
No,
the
but the
most important
train
part.
fight is sweet. The train
Okay.
fight is very cool.
Mm.
When they're on the top of that train.
It was no Argyle train fight, but
That that is one of the most forgettable movies I've ever seen. I forgot that came out already.
yeah,
That's actually crazy. The rebooting Pirates of the Caribbean. Do you have thoughts on
yeah.
that? Uh,
I
Oh,
mean,
you do?
do you know who the lead is?
No, I think Ayo Edebari is going to be in it in some form or fashion, but I don't know if she's the lead. There was like a big rumor for a while that she's going to be in this new Pirates.
Okay. I mean, I
Also,
like
there
it.
was talk it was a Margot Robbie's movie where it was like
Uh,
Margot Robbie was like the main pirate. I don't know if that's happening anymore.
I don't know if she'd be able to pull that off,
Yeah.
if I'm being frank. But I mean, I'm a fan. I don't think anyone's going to top what Johnny Depp was able to do. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone will ever be able to top that. But I love the Pirates movies. Um, and even if it doesn't have him, I think it's fine. But like, I just think they're fun. Great music, great visuals, fun stories. Like, sign me up. I wouldn't go in thinking it's going to be as good as what we've seen. That's
Yeah, I
fine.
agree.
That's fine.
I would honestly like it to be more like the thing I liked about the other pirates is like it was like the British versus the pirates. I almost kind of wish it was like pirates versus pirates. That'd be kind of a cool way to
Well,
do it.
it kind of is Pirates versus Pirates in a lot of the movies, and the British are just like in the background. You know?
Okay, so maybe then spin what I just said. I kind of it'd be kind of cool. Maybe if we followed the British and it was like the pirates were like the villains. Maybe a different
That'd
way
be
to look at it.
interesting. Yeah, because like the first movie, the villain is what's his name? Blackbeard? No, I forget his name. But
It's
he's a pirate. Second movie, it's David
yeah,
Jones. Third movie, I can't remember. Fourth movie, I can't remember. Fifth movie,
I haven't seen this in a long time.
it's the guy from who plays Stilgar. What's his name?
Is it Barbosa?
Barbosa. Yes, he's the first one. Second one, David Jones. Who plays Stilgar again? What's his name?
Javier Bardem?
Javier Bardem is the villain in the fifth movie, and he's like a dead pirate, and he
There's
leads
been
like,
five of these?
yeah.
Oh, what? I thought there was only three of them.
So in at least three of them, the villain is a pirate, but they're like
Oh,
kind of weird pirates with curses and shit. Um, and then I
oh.
know in the first and second, I can't remember the fifth super well. the British are in the background because Elizabeth Swann is basically like the British are trying to find her because she's the princess. I don't know if she's princess, but
Oh,
she's the
so they're not in the fourth one, but they come back for the fifth one?
who?
That's weird. Elizabeth Swan and the other guy?
And Orlando Bloom. Orlando
Do they come?
Bloom in the fifth one isn't even really in it. Like he's in it for probably 30 seconds, and Elizabeth Swann is also hardly in it. They have a new protagonist or a new like younger Turner and a new girl.
Oh.
Yeah,
Does he die?
yeah, he dies. Or he gets
Will
cursed. And
Will
so then
Turner what?
Will Turner gets cursed to like a ship, and then his son finds out, goes down and asks him about it, and then basically the whole point of the movie is the son's trying to like uncurse him, and then at the end of the movie, if I remember this right, it's been like 5 years, then Will Turner gets freed and he embraces Elizabeth Swann. That's like kind of all their involvement in the movie.
Oh, maybe I should go back and rewatch these. I haven't seen them in like a long time.
Yeah. Um, so
Yeah,
like
okay,
I
I'll
agree. If
pair it
more,
to this.
if it was like completely just British, like a British person was the
We're more
protagonist
into that.
or antagonist, yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
I
I
mean, they're
like it.
never. Davy Jones was the best villain.
Yeah.
I think we can agree.
Yeah. Because that's the
Yeah,
only one I really remember, if I'm being honest. All right, well, new pirates.
cool.
Sure, why not? Jeremy Allen White is in talks to play Bruce Springsteen in a movie about him making one of his albums.
I feel like we gotta pump. Okay,
I saw on Twitter, so this is not my idea, but someone was saying that the musical biopics is now like the Avengers of
I was
like
about to
this next.
say we gotta
It's
pump the
literally like
brakes.
there's like one
We
every
got.
year.
I know we've had Elvis. We're getting Michael Jackson. We're getting Bob Dylan. We got what's his name? Bob. No, Bob Marley.
Well, yeah, we got Bob
We're
Marley.
getting four Beatles movies.
Hmm.
We gotta
All
pump the
right, so in the
brakes.
last few years, we've had Get On
Bohemian
Up,
Rhapsody. We've had yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody. We had Rocket Man. We just got
Elvis.
Elvis. We got One Love. We're getting this Bob Dylan one. We're gonna get. Oh, we had Ray. We had Mastro. We had Weird Al. Um, Now we're getting what you just said it. Michael Jackson. Um,
Bob Dylan. The
Bob
Beatles.
Dylan. We even had Tick Tick Boom, which I would consider a part of that. So yeah, we have a lot of
We
these
gotta
now.
pump the brakes.
I mean, eventually we're gonna run out.
No, we're not.
Straight Outta Compton. That's another one. Actually, that's a really good one. The Dirt, which I'm not a big fan of.
We're not gonna
And
run
then
out.
we also like Respect, Judy. There's there's the new one coming out this year. That is, what's her name? I forget her name. It's coming out. It's like, whatever. I'll think of it. But yeah, there's a lot of these coming out now, and I don't know what's up with it.
Yeah, I feel like we gotta
Whitney
cool.
Houston just had one. The I Want to Dance with Somebody.
I feel like we gotta cool down.
We have to take a pause here. Wow, I'm shocked at how many there are. Oh yeah, that's right. There was the All Eyes on Me one. That was the one about Notorious B.I.G. Jersey Boys. What?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're pumping the brakes on these.
Yep.
All right. Yep.
Cool.
New thing. This podcast not allowing anymore. Um. Well, in other news, they're making a new Chucky movie. So let's go. Let's go. We're so back.
These are so.
Uh,
These are
do you
lame
like
news,
Chucky?
man. No.
You don't like Chucky?
I don't like horror.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play? You ever
Nope.
see them?
Nope.
So I like Chucky. I'm a Chucky guy. I like Chucky. Um, the TV show I watched the first season. Have not watched the second season. But I'll watch a new Chucky movie. I think Chucky's creepy.
You will be alone in watching that. I will not watch that movie.
I feel like we should definitely watch Child's Play at least once. You got to see it like
Sorry,
you
man.
should watch all of the major horror icons' first movie at least. Like you've seen Halloween, you've seen Nightmare on Elm Street, Okay, so there's two. You've seen Friday the 13th.
Probably at one point, yeah.
Okay, so there's Jason. So all you're missing really is what Scream. You've seen Freddy and Jason. So you're missing Chucky. You're missing, I guess, The Exorcist, kind of.
I'm not watching these movies.
Why? They're
Horror's not
just
my
movies.
thing.
But they're just movies.
Yeah,
This
but I'm
is
just
like
not.
more funny. Chucky's like funny.
I just don't really. I'm not dying to watch
Chucky
it.
like calls people fat and stuff.
That's mean.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of funny. I don't know. I like Chucky. Well, you know what? Because I used to do is back in the day during Halloween, AMC, they would do like a Halloween for the whole month of October, and they'd play different movies every single day. So I would watch, and I've seen all these random horror movies that like no one would ever watch except for they're just on AMC because it's Halloween month. So you should do that one time. Maybe this year.
That's phenomenal.
You gotta expand your horizons.
I have terrible news.
You're not going to.
What?
Yeah. You're not going to do that?
Probably not. I'll do a
If the new
lot
one comes-
for this podcast, but I'm not gonna do that.
What if like a
Anyway.
big horror movie comes out we have to see for the podcast? You have to go see it.
I don't think there will be a huge horror movie that comes out that I need to watch.
If there's like a reboot of Halloween or like another Friday the 13th, we'd have to go see that.
Okay, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Let's see. Is there any upcoming?
I have really bad news.
What?
Purdue won.
No.
Yeah.
By how much?
6 points.
That's it?
I hate them. We as a podcast hate Purdue,
Yeah, we're Purdue haters.
along with the rest of Indiana University.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Facts. Hey, I was gonna make us go see Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, but I've chosen not to, so you're welcome. All right?
okay. Yeah, because you would have been able to make me drive you to see Winnie the Pooh 2, a horror movie.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
You would not have gotten very far.
The first Omen apparently is really good, and that comes out soon. Whatever. All right, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
We'll cross
Florence Pugh did a behind-the-scenes video for Thunderbolts, hyping up the movie. Looks fine. The only thing I really get out of this is that Marvel is desperate for PR.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine this a few years ago, like a behind-the-scenes video of a Marvel set? No
Yeah, they were like
shot.
super against it.
No shot. And now they're letting Florence Pugh be like, here's the set.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Honestly, when I
Yikes.
read Thunderbolts, I was thinking Thundermans, because you know how they're doing a reboot of that?
They did. It's already out.
Yeah, I thought that's what you meant, and I was like, Florence Pugh's in that?
Yeah, wait, Florence Pugh's a big Thunderman's head?
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
I saw that.
nothing really came from it, but just interesting to see. Okay. Freaky Friday. You watched Lindsay Lohan
I sure did.
making another one. We're back.
Why?
See, this one I don't hate.
You don't.
I don't.
Okay. I try not to be a
Okay.
hater, but some of these are just very silly ideas.
No,
in my
I
opinion.
agree. But my thought is I would love to have a Lindsay Lohan resurgence.
I agree.
So if this is what it takes, it's worth it to me.
Lindsay Lohan biopic.
That'd be depressing. It would be like really. It'd be like fun, like, and then her be fully loaded, and then just like sad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm all for the Lindsay Lohan resurgence, but Freaky
I
Friday
hope they kind of
2,
treat it like an more adult story would be interesting too.
I mean, that would be their audience, the people that watch it.
Yeah,
growing up.
like you have to age it up a little bit.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, they're in. It seems fun. Excited. All right, we'll save the sad news for the end. The Real Bros of Simi Valley. They're making a movie. So it's coming to Roku for a movie. What do you mean?
No, actually, that's probably gonna be fun. It's probably gonna be the
Yeah.
shittiest movie we've ever seen, but it's probably gonna be
It's gonna be
hysterical.
fun. It's gonna
Yeah.
be kind of fun. I mean, you got Jimmy Tatro, Nick Coletti, Cody Ko. Like, I think it'd be pretty funny.
Yeah,
It comes out this summer, so.
can't
And
wait.
also, Roku's last comedy movie was pretty good, which was the Weird Al Yankovic movie, which you did not watch, I bet.
Nope.
That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. Um, yeah. Christopher Nolan is now
Knighted.
Sir.
He's
Sir
knighted.
Christopher Nolan. He's
Or
gonna be
not
knighted.
knighted. Is it
He's
knighted?
going. Yeah, he's going to be knighted.
It's
So he'll be a
knighted. Okay.
Sir Christopher Nolan. The question is, I think by who? Because I think now it's the king, but the king's had like a lot of medical issues. So who does the knighting?
I think it's still the
Uh,
king officially, probably.
yeah, I think so. That's so awesome. Could you imagine like signing stuff and it's Sir Christopher Nolan?
Yeah,
You
like
know, we have to
when you're
do.
filling out an application or something for like a
Yeah, it's like
form,
Sir.
Mr.,
Yeah,
Mrs., Doctor, Sir.
yeah, yeah.
Elite. You just like write in a circle, like bubble in, write in.
So only a few other people that have been knighted. Let's see. I'm looking at the
Sir,
list.
the guy from Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, Sir.
So
Is it Christopher Lee? Maybe.
yeah,
What is his
I mean
name?
Lewis Hamilton just got knighted, so he's now Sir Lewis Hamilton. Um, a
I
lot of
think it
British
is Sir
people.
Christopher Lee.
Emma
Yeah, Sir
Thompson
Christopher
has been
Lee.
knighted. Judi Dench has been knighted. Angelina Jolie. Helen Mirren.
Sir
Dude, what?
Christopher Lee.
I'm sorry. I'm on the women's section. Julie
Oh.
Andrews. And now okay, here we go. Here's knighthoods. Idris Elba. Whoa, what?
Whoa, that's awesome.
That's like really cool. So is he Sir Idris Elba? Michael Caine, Anthony Hopkins, Elton John. I knew he was Sir Elton John.
Christopher
Mick
Lee.
Jagger. He's Sir Mick Jagger.
Christopher
That's
Lee.
so cool. Paul McCartney,
Christopher Lee.
Ian McKellen,
Oh yeah. Forgot
Daniel
he was the
Day-Lewis,
Ian
and
McKellen.
Christopher Lee. So that's pretty sweet.
Dude, Ian McKellen and Christopher Lee are the all time duo.
That's pretty sweet. All right,
R.I.P.
and then our last piece of news, unfortunately, is very sad news. Um, The Boys has a spin-off show called Gen V, and unfortunately, the lead actor Chance Perdimo died at 27. Very sad. He died in a motorcycle accident. You know, obviously, thoughts and prayers with his family. Just really like one of those things where it's like life is so short, like Jesus. Um, so filming obviously has been delayed.
Hmm.
There was a statement yesterday from Amazon that was like, we don't really know what to say. It was like, please just hold your family close. Like that's one of those where it's like, God, that sucks. So yeah, just very sad. You know, I thought he was really great on the show. Just gone too soon, kind of thing. But I thought it was important to say, just
Yeah,
because
it's too bad.
that is very sad. So thoughts and prayers with his
Yeah,
family and those who know him. But yeah, that is the end of news. Kind of sorry to end on a dire, sad note, but
probably should
I
have
thought
done
we
that
should
at the
talk about it.
beginning.
No, I just thought we should talk about it, and I think that it's important to mention. Um, but now on to trailers. So, Kinds of Kindness comes out this year. Comes out in June. Yorgos Lanthimos. What did you think of this trailer?
Well, I mean, we didn't get much,
No, I actually thought it was the perfect amount.
but I thought it was good. I thought it looked really good, honestly.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Yorgos kind of take on what seems to be a more normal world, if that makes sense. Because like his last stuff, I thought was like is very not normal.
Abnormal.
If that makes sense. Like okay, like The Lobster is very weird. Killing of Sacred Deer is very weird. The Favorite is like it's a timepiece, and then Poor Things
Yeah,
is very stylized. This felt very normal, like normal society stuff. Obviously, I think there's gonna be a weirdness to it, but
yeah,
I'm excited. It
yeah. I
looks
thought it
it
looked
looks
good.
good. Emma
Yeah.
Stone looks like she's having the best time ever. Also, I love Margaret Qualley. Just put that out there. So anything with Margaret Qualley, I'm in. I'm in on that.
All right,
So yeah, I'm in.
cool.
Looks great.
Me too.
We'll do it for the pod. Also, I looked it up the other day. Um, do you know how old Willem Dafoe is?
Isn't he like 70?
I think he's like almost 80. Hang on.
Whoa.
I don't want to. Oh, just kidding. No, he is 70. Psych. Take it back what I said. I thought he was 80. Damn. I really thought he was like 80. But he looks great for being 70.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the Pop-Tart movie. No, we'll say Pop-Tart. Bad Boys 4. This looks kind of awesome.
It looked good. I haven't seen the other Bad Boys, so it was kind of hard for me to like get into it.
You should watch 1 and 2.
But this trailer made me want to watch them, so that's a good indication, I'd say.
It is about time that a trailer has like some stylized action and looks good. That one shot
And
of
good humor.
the gun like flipping up and the camera follows it was so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
this looks sweet.
All right, so we're in on Bad Boys 4 and Kinds of Kindness. 2 for 2.
Dude. Like the other thing that's weird about this is that the directors of this and the last Bad Boys, which was good, are the same guys who were supposed to do the Batgirl movie that then got canceled because it was apparently so bad. I'm calling no. There's no way that those guys made a bad Batgirl movie with Michael Keaton in it. That's crazy.
I never heard about that. So bad. That's brutal.
But it would just definitely. You never noticed Batgirl stuff?
Huh?
All right, should I give you a quick history of this Batgirl everything? It's pretty fascinating.
Sure.
You don't sound that excited.
No, I'm super excited. Let it rip.
All right,
Let it fly, Katniss.
Okay, so there was like 2 movies they were gonna make for HBO Max to tie into the DC universe: Blue Beetle and Batgirl. Blue Beetle obviously got made. Batgirl was almost finished, and it had Michael Keaton in it as Batman. Brendan Fraser was Firefly, and Leslie Grace was Batgirl. It was directed by these guys. There were set photos, the whole thing. It was like literally almost done. And then Warner Brothers was like, we kind of changed the way the universe ends because they changed the Flash ending. So Michael Keaton's no longer Batman. So like they're like, this movie doesn't make sense. So they scrapped the whole thing. They wrote the movie off for a tax write-off, and it doesn't exist anymore. They deleted all the footage. Isn't that crazy?
Brutal.
We had a Michael Keaton Batgirl movie with Brendan Fraser, who just won an Oscar as the villain, and they deleted it.
Oh my God.
Isn't that insane? I can't even. Oh, that's so
For
wild.
a tax write-off. Jesus.
So yeah,
Scumbags.
crazy. All right, this last one I want to talk about a long time. Unfrosted, the Pop-Tart story. Please give your thoughts first, because I have a lot of thoughts.
I didn't like it at all.
Oh, so we're kind of on the same page here.
I didn't like it at all. I was watching it and I thought about turning it, like, just, like, closing it. I was like, this is stupid. Like, the humor wasn't good. It was corny. Yeah, I don't have a lot of thoughts because it just didn't seem very, very interesting. Which surprised me
There
because I
were
like Jerry
moments of it
Seinfeld
I
a lot.
liked.
I like Jerry Seinfeld a lot, and he's really funny. But I thought the humor was like kind of flat in this. Um, I don't love the cast.
You don't love the cast.
Yeah.
What's wrong with... The only person I don't like, who I don't think is funny, is Amy Schumer. But everyone else I think is pretty funny. James
I think
Marsden, Hugh Grant, Melissa
I
McCarthy.
think they're funny, but they were weird in the trailer.
It's very obviously stylized to be like a fake movie.
Yeah.
I liked parts of it. I liked like the comedy of like Kellogg's is right across the street from Post, like that they're fighting over the future of breakfast. Movie takes place in Michigan, so bonus points there. But I think this is the test to see if the popularity of Seinfeld was truly because of Jerry or was because of Curb Your Enthusiasm and what's his name that I can't remember his name right now for some reason.
What is his name? Let me look it up.
Oh my god, why can't I remember his name? That's just gonna drive me nuts. I watch him all the time.
Larry David.
Thank you. Jeez, oh. Or Larry David. Like, so okay, here's how what I think about it. It's directed by Jerry Seinfeld. It's written partially by Jerry Seinfeld. This is like his idea. Jerry, since the end of Seinfeld, where he was the biggest comedian in the world, Jerry has been in two things where he wasn't playing himself. It was the B movie, and now this. That's it. Those are the two things he has done where he's not just Jerry Seinfeld. He has put basically his entire name on this movie to work. It's been his baby for like a decade. And I just don't think it's going to be good. But if it is good, it'd be pretty awesome. Like, I hope it's good.
I don't think it will be.
I hope it
Which,
is.
like, doesn't really matter.
Hey, we're going to watch this together. We'll watch this together. It comes out May 3rd. We'll be together for that. Like, man.
Yeah.
I'm really worried about it. I do like the idea that like the cereal mascots are alive. I like that. As like, and they're like, that was pretty funny. Like the Tony the Tiger thing was pretty good.
Yeah.
But oh man, this could be bad.
Oh. 2 for 3 in trailers. It's not bad.
Yeah, I'll agree. All right, let's talk about our reviews. I think we should start with you saw Ghostbusters finally.
Finally, it's been out for a little over a week. Yeah.
Okay. Pump the hostile.
Right. You said finally. That's hostile.
Well, when did I review it? Last
During
week.
March Madness.
Yeah, you're right.
Correct.
So what'd you think of Ghostbusters?
I thought it was pretty... Not a fan.
Yeah. No.
Coming from a big Ghostbusters fan, I didn't think it was great. I didn't really go in with high expectations, to be fair. But I thought it was just a little silly. I read your Letterboxd review, how they're like kind of in a weird limbo of like staying in the past or moving on to the present, and I kind of agree. It was like they got to make a decision whether it's like a complete reboot and a complete new group of Ghostbusters, or if they want to keep the others super involved. When I read that review, I was like, I don't know if I completely understand that, but after watching it, I completely agreed. I think there was a lot of fluff. Yeah, it was just kind of like get on with it the entire time.
Now that I've sat with it for a little longer, I think I've come to the conclusion how I would have fixed this movie. So I'm gonna tell you, and then you let me know if you think so. So there's a point in this movie where they're all kind of together, and then you have Dan Aykroyd, who is Ray Stantz, and he like wants to be young, and then it's him talking with Ernie Hudson, and they're like, we have to move on. We're not young anymore. It's not our time anymore. I think it would have been a lot more interesting if Dan Aykroyd pursued that more. And so there was a point in this movie where like he went and got the old Ghostbusters together and was like, we can figure this out. We don't need their help. And then that would have been like a little fun Ghostbusters reunion moment. You get Bill Murray and Annie Potts, and that's those four, and they go try to beat the ghost. And then they can't. And then it takes the new group to come in and help them and save them. And then it's like a nice passing of the torch moment where it's like, this isn't for us anymore. We're old. Yes, we're proud to be Ghostbusters, but it's time for you guys to take over because you're the next generation. I think that would have been a lot better way to handle that passing of the torch. They just never did. Because even in the end, when the old Ghostbusters showed up, they were just as effective as Paul Rudd and the gang. Like, it never felt like you needed to then move on to have new Ghostbusters. Do you know what I mean? Is that kind of make sense?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Like, I don't know why they haven't done like a The only person who's kind of passed the torch is Zedmore, but even he is like
He came
still
back, which
very
is like,
involved.
yeah, he was like, we got to move on, and then he
And then he
suited
was
up,
dressed up, ready to go.
and then he suited up. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just didn't really make a lot of sense. I think that idea would have worked better. I don't know if that's the idea, but it would have worked better. I agree.
I also just think there's too many characters. Like
Well, yeah, they gotta
you
clip
have
those old guys.
not even that. Like if you just got rid of also like the other people, like the
Oh, yeah, like the
like
people that were
like it
working at that lab.
yeah, the one lab guy
Yeah,
who like then got frozen in the movie and came back at the end is like, did we win? It's like, what was he doing? He wasted time. Like, I don't,
yeah,
and I like the podcast character and I like
I do
Lucky,
too.
but like they didn't help the story. I didn't even really remember them in the final moments.
Yeah, they didn't do much.
So
Also, this is just my take. I do not like Finn Wolfhard as an actor. I don't think he's good.
but he's like not even really in this movie. He's in it for like 20 minutes.
He has just like stupid lines, which isn't his fault to be fair.
Yeah, I
He
think a
just
lot of this movie got cut because the other day there was a trailer on for it and it was like come see Ghostbusters. And there was like four scenes in that trailer that were not in this movie. Like one of Bill Murray and Paul Rudd, one of Paul Rudd like on a roof, like another one of the Ecto one driving, and I was like, that is just not in this movie. So I think
yeah,
they cut a lot of this movie for some
yeah, I don't
reason.
know. I think Finn Wolfhard is like I don't like him as an actor.
Yeah. I'd love another one that is Paul Rudd, Carrie Coon, Finn Wolfhard, and McKenna Grace. Those four. They're the Ghostbusters now. Have them do Ghostbuster stuff.
Yeah, and make
And really
the
and
youngest
make
one
Paul Rudd funny.
18.
Or just have her be a Ghostbuster.
Yeah,
Like
why'd they bench her? That was so
she
dumb.
literally was the star of the last one.
Yeah, they benched her. Whatever.
Stupid.
Oh
Dumb.
well.
Dumb. Man, they could make such a good Ghostbusters team now if they like took actual comedy actors. Like, cause
Yeah,
you have Paul Rudd. I'd even like you put Ryan Gosling,
that'd be kind of cool.
the Reynolds man.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Tom
Yeah.
Hardy.
All right.
Um,
Should we do
and
Spider
then
Within next,
Spider
or
Within. Spider Within, short Spider-Man movie. I thought it was pretty good.
yeah,
I think I didn't
it
really rate
f-
it because it's a short, but
it fed our
I thought it
appetite,
was nice. Yes,
which is what it was trying to
yes,
do, I think.
because the part two is supposed to come out this weekend. Obviously didn't. But yeah, I guess it delays me for a while. I'm just ready to go back in that world and see how that story ends.
Yeah, but this
So
was a nice little appetizer for the finale.
yeah, like yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Um, Godzilla Kong. I actually saw some stuff about this before I'll read the synopsis, then we'll get into it. But this movie made so much money this weekend.
Heck yeah.
It was like the highest grossing of like the MonsterVerse first opening weekend. It was 2 million off of Dune 2's opening weekend. Like it's killing it.
Good
Um,
for them.
Two ancient titans, Godzilla and Kong, clash in an epic battle as humans unravel the intertwined origins and their connection to Skull Island's mysteries. Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. What'd you think?
I liked it.
Non-spoiler first.
I liked it.
Yeah, I
You
liked it
get what
too.
you sign up for. It
Yes.
didn't
Yes.
disappoint. Like one of these, like I said at the beginning, you go into one of these movies. At least I go into the movie. I really couldn't care less about the plot. Set the world up for like 10 minutes, make me understand it, and then just let the boys go to work. Let them fight.
Yeah.
Um,
I I liked this movie.
yeah, it was good.
Mhm. I think that it finally. I wasn't a huge fan of the human subplot, except for I really like Dan Stevens. I thought he was very good in this movie. I also like Brian Tyree Henry as like the conspiracy theory podcast guy.
I
Not a
really
fan of the
like him
kid.
as an actor.
Yeah, he's good. I feel like he's good in everything. He was in Spider Within. He was the dad.
That's right, he is. He's in
Um,
Bullet Train, which
he's
I
in
love.
Eternals.
He's in Eternals.
We should watch Bullet Train soon. I'd watch
I
that again.
dude, I will watch Bullet Train anytime. That is, I saw that. I was looking at Jack Hester. Shout out Jack Hester.
Shout out.
Shout out Jack Hester. I was looking at his letterbox, and he has it in his top four favorites. And I almost put mine up there. I was like, God, I love that movie. It's so good.
Yeah, I actually like all of these MonsterVerse movies. They're not great, but I like them all.
Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna win you an Oscar. It's
No,
not.
and I think
It's
it's, you know
not.
what I think is great too, is that you and I saw Godzilla -1 and loved it. But it's awesome that we can have like both sides of Godzilla. Like you can have the
Hmm.
serious side and then this basically WWE fight.
Yeah,
Um,
rocks. I also think the trailer for this movie was very like it was a good trailer, which
yeah,
might
it didn't really
contribute to
show
its
much.
success. Well, I mean, it shows Kong with his fist. It shows them like
Yeah.
teamed up for a second. It
What
shows
it,
who the
wait, what did they
villain
call
is.
that? Project, was it
Project
Project
Powerhouse.
Powerhouse? Yeah.
Rocks.
That was pretty sweet.
But like
It
I think
does feel like toys like smacking against each other.
pretty much. But I think that might contribute to the success because like you watch the trailer and you're like, holy shit! Like that giant gorilla has a metal fist. We gotta
Yeah, I
watch
do
this.
think it was. I liked that Kong was, I think, kind of the main character in this story. Like,
They give Kong a personality in these, which I kind
yeah,
of
I
like.
like that he like assumes the best of other apes that he meets, and then like he looked actually sad when he got betrayed by the what was the Scar King. Um, and like that, I really liked that aspect of it. I think that everything with like the subterranean Earth, I'm not super into. I kind of like it when they're in the cities fighting. Um,
I didn't love that they brought the fight to the surface.
See, I way liked it better when they were up the
I wasn't the
surface.
biggest fan of that. I also didn't
I
really like
like
the
when cities are.
ice
I
dude.
like the cities getting destroyed.
I didn't love the ice dude either, though.
The ice dude I thought was very minimal.
I didn't like that he kind of alphaed Godzilla. I
I
also
don't know
really
if he
wanted
did.
Godzilla and the ice dude to both shoot their beams at each other and like hit
Oh
midair.
yeah, and like
I
hit.
was
That would
really
have been
hoping.
sick.
So I guess we're spoiling now.
Well,
um,
that happened in the last one. Remember, it was Mecha Godzilla and Godzilla's, and it was did like that whole
yeah,
thing.
I wanted it to happen again.
So maybe they didn't want to run that back. I
Well,
do like that Kong like knows he has a cool battle axe and like flexes with it. That was pretty sweet. All
yeah.
right, yeah, we can get into spoilers now. I think for me, the big issue I have with these movies is that it kind of lost the scale of how big these things are. Because when you go to like Hollow Earth, the other animals are also the same size as like Godzilla and Kong, and so it looks like they're just fighting like normal animals. But then when you put them in cities and they throw buildings at each other, then it makes them seem so much bigger, which I like.
I don't mind because they have to have some kind of contest. Like there has to be another person or another thing to fight, and if they don't,
No, I'm cool with them fighting stuff. I like it when they're in cities fighting.
yeah, okay, that's fair.
Because like when they're in the Hollow Earth and they're throwing trees and stuff at each other, it just doesn't make them feel as big.
Yeah, I suppose. I like the little monkey dude
Yeah, little
when
Kong.
he's beating the shit out of all these other
Oh my god, when he
Kongs with a
uses
little
little Kong to
baby.
beat him,
Yeah,
yeah,
and then just
that
like
rocks.
chucks the dude. Yeah.
Uh, but I don't know. I think like there's obviously be another one of these. I would like more screen time for Godzilla. I think Godzilla was like on screen for like 6 minutes of this
That's what I
movie.
noticed in the Godzilla versus Kong. They don't really give Godzilla as much personality as
No,
Kong.
Godzilla is literally like he goes forward. That's what I didn't mind that about this one is like literally Godzilla was like, all right, got to power up, and literally was like taking on mini boss battles to get extra power
Yeah, he
ups before
was.
he fought the real fight. Um, but like I okay, so like in the last one they fought like a Godzilla, evil Godzilla basically. In this one they fight evil Kong. So in the next one they should fight like something cool. They should fight like Space Godzilla or something.
Yeah.
I okay, because like that'd be sick.
Transformers Kong Godzilla collab.
And that's the that is how the project thing that his like bionic arm comes from. Him and Optimus Prime like become one. Oh, now we're cooking.
Now we're
Yep.
cooking. Yeah.
We should send an email. We'll
Yeah,
send an
we should.
email.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we should be the lead writers.
True.
That can be
True. Mm-hmm.
our foot in the door.
Yep. That's how we figure it out.
Cool.
One step at a time.
All
But yeah,
right.
no, I like this. I gave it 3 stars. It's like the definition of a 6 out of 10.
I gave it 2.5. Probably like a 55. So,
I put it in I have a list on my letterbox, which you should be following, if you're not, of my ranked of
oh,
the
I gotta.
MonsterVerse. This is in second to last for me. So I have Godzilla #1, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla X Kong New Empire, and then finally Godzilla King of the Monsters. I like Godzilla versus Kong. I like the Tokyo fight, and I like the fight on the carrier in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are better fights than what we got in this movie. I did really like the pyramids fight when he's like, wait,
Stop.
wait, no.
Yeah.
But nothing really passes, I think, the first Godzilla for me, except for Kong Skull Island is really good.
And King Kong by Peter Jackson.
That movie sucks. I hate that movie. I'm anti that movie.
Alright.
All right, cool, sweet. So next week is Monkey Man. We'll be talking Monkey Man, and then hopefully I will have seen Fall Guy because I'm gonna try to go that advanced screening on Friday.
And I am still a maybe. Likely no, depending
Yeah.
on when I'm leaving to go home.
So I get to flex on you. Maybe that I'll see Fall Guy before. Should be
You
sick.
sure will.
And then a piece of news I forgot. So Civil War, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
coming out in 2 weeks. Let me get that director's name. Apparently, yeah, Alex Garland, who directed that, is like, I'm done directing. I'm good. He said he fell out of love with movies after
Jesus.
directing this.
Why would he
He's like,
not?
yeah,
Why would he say that before it releases?
I don't know. Which is so weird. He's like, yeah, I think I'm good.
Right.
So, weird.
Guess we'll see if it's good.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, it's awesome. You gave Godzilla X Kong 55. I gave it a 60. Pretty decent.
Not bad.
But yeah, gonna be back. And next week we'll talk about more X-Men. We'll talk about the last two, which is the X-Men.
Monkey
Talk about
Man.
Invincible, Monkey Man, and whatever news comes up. So
Cool.
yeah, awesome. Anything else?
Nar.
Cool. All right. Well, for Charles, I'm Hunter, and have a great week at the movies.